How can you make sure that your customers see you the way that you want them to? Let's talk a little bit about branding. Now, a lot of times when people think about the brand of their company, they think about the logo, and that's fine. If you think of your company's brand as a car, then the logo might be the steering wheel, but there's a lot more going on than just the steering wheel, right? You won't go anywhere with just a steering wheel. So we like to use the analogy of a brand pyramid, and you can see it here. The logo is up at the top, and it is important, but you'll see that all of it is based on your values of who you are as an organization. Then on top of that sets your message, and that is what you say. Next is your voice and tone, and that's how you say it. Then comes look and feel on how you show it, and then at the top finally is your logo, which a good logo should hint at the values that you have, that your company or your organization is built on. I want to focus a little bit today on voice and tone, which is how you say it. And if you think about really successful companies, they really nail their voice and tone. They understand who their customers are and understand how to present themselves to that customer and really kind of give those customers words for them to say about who they are as an organization. So let's think about two very different companies. On one hand, you have Apple. Now, Apple is kind of a high-end aspirational brand, and the way that they communicate who they are with their voice and tone is very different than, say, Walmart, which is also a very successful company. So Apple says to think differently and really kind of you deserve to get the best equipment possible, even though it's going to be more expensive than other options that you have. Walmart, on the other hand, says that our products that we have are for everyone and they're always the lowest prices. So neither one of those is good or bad, it's just those words and ideas help communicate who they are as an organization to their customers. So this morning we want to run through a personality exercise. And when we do this with companies in our strategy workshop, we use these cards that we've developed. And so we'll actually run through all of the words, and the way that I'll do it then, let me move this out of the way, is they'll look at all of the words and they'll quickly flip through and think, okay, is this a word that I would want someone to use to describe my company? If yes, I'll put it face up. If no, I'll put it face down. And then just run through really quickly all of the things that I would want them to say about me as an organization and go through that. You don't have cards with you, and that's okay, you don't have to. In the worksheet that we have that's included in this video today, we have all of the words that we use written out at the top right here. So what I want you to do is just take a few minutes to very quickly look through here and strike through all of the words that you don't think represent who you are as an organization. So you can just ask yourself, would I want a customer to use this word to represent when they're talking about me? So let's do that real quickly. All right, I've done a quick run through on our organization and just struck through some of the things. None of these words are bad. I should also point out that if there is a word that you find yourself using in your organization all the time, then grab a sticky note and write that word down there, and then just set that to the side. But to begin with, you should be able to narrow the field and at least get rid of half of them. So that's kind of the first cut. Then what I want you to do is really think through, okay, if a customer could only say 5 things about me, which 5 words would I want them to use? So I'm going to read back through the list again, and I'm going to ask myself this question: is this one of the top 5? If it is, I'm going to put a little star out to the left. It's stars! You get a star, and you get a star, and you get 2 stars, just 'cause. If it's not one of the top 5, then I'm probably going to leave it alone, or maybe I'll strike through it. So I'll go through this again. All right, I've narrowed the field some. I actually have 6 stars that are on here. I couldn't decide between 2 of them. So for us, I know that quirky is something that we always, it's an odd choice for some people, but for us, it totally defines who we are as an organization. So I definitely want to keep that. I also saw the word professional, and when I've run this exercise with other companies and organizations, almost always do they pick professional. And that's great. You should be professional, but it's also kind of table stakes. So if you only have 5 words to describe your organization and professional is one of them, you're probably doing it wrong, right? So I'll strike through professional that's here as well. So now I have authoritative, caring, cutting edge, innovative, intelligent, and quirky. So as I'm looking at these, I see that cutting edge and innovative are very similar to one another. So I'm going to choose between one of those. I think innovative is probably better than cutting edge. And so again, just real quickly, I'm going to strike through all the things. Again, nothing wrong with these words. Friendly is something that we definitely want to be, but if I have to choose between friendly and caring, then one of the internal things that we say here is that we care. We care about our users, the people that are using the products that we create. We care about our customers, our clients, right? Those are our customers, is our clients. And then we care about one another as a team and as an organization. So caring is really kind of foundational to who we are. We also care about puppies because, yeah. So I'll strike through some of the rest of these. Friendly is great. I think that we've got that kind of already in there. And ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these words, the 5 words that I have here, and then I'm going to transfer them down onto my sheet. So I'm going to do that now. I've run through the worksheet really quickly, and I would want customers to say about us that we are authoritative, we are caring, innovative, intelligent, and quirky. So how will I use this list? Well, I could make sure that I'm using all of these words in every email that I send out, or in every page of our website, or in every print piece that we put out. But that's probably going over the top. Instead, the way that I would use this is kind of as a litmus test, right? So I write some copy, and then when I get done and get someone to proof it, I might give them this list of 5 words and say, hey, are we showing these things somewhere in our content that we have here? How many of these boxes are we checking off? If this is really what we say we want our personality to be, is that shining through? And so it can just be a quick litmus test for us to make sure that we are communicating who we are, that our voice and tone that we say is important to us is actually coming through. For this week's experiment, quickly run through the personality worksheet that we've got here. And when you have your 5 words, then take those and maybe look at some of the last emails that you sent out, or pull out your company brochure and see if you can find those 5 words represented somewhere in your communications that you have. As always, reach out to us and let us know if you have any questions. Thanks. We also care about kittens, we care about chicks, we care about baby pigs, we care about baby mongooses,